Hi guys, welcome to Watercolors on lunch break. And I have my lunch here, my food, nice tostada salad, yum. I nipped into it a little bit because I was really hungry. But I'm at a lovely park here and now we're gonna start with sketching a pine tree. There are a lot of pine trees here and I love pine trees. They remind me of my childhood and I try to collect like a little pine cone sometimes, you know, to decorate the home or the car. And this is my pine tree, one of the pine trees in the back there. And so I'm sketching it and I have like a nice portable watercolor kit, pocket watercolor kit here that I'm using. And inside it's, you know, you can use the tray here, pull it to the side and clip it. And it's hands-free, and well, it will be hands-free. It's not hands-free, but we have the watercolors and my brush here that I will assemble. And and the back here has a nice little, you know, for my fingers and everything, and I can pull it up. Bam. And then I have my watercolor paper, my journal, and it just has all of my little expositions that I do around the, you know, nice little parks and places. So I'm going to start with a sketch here, and I'm starting with a 2H pencil for a light sketch and a 2B pencil for my dark sketch, along with my kneaded eraser. So let's get this started. So I have the pine tree in the background, and you guys can see here. I'm gonna place it so that you can see the paper really nicely. I'm gonna be sketching, starting with my 2H pencil. And I'm gonna sketch the pine tree that I want. So it's gonna be in the back. And I'm gonna start with the foreground, what's in front of me, and working my way back. That's how I do it. Let's see. And I'm just doing like a light. And there's gonna be there's a big tree that's already kind of in front of me. And this is really quick sketching, kind of like gesture drawing, really quick. So I can get the outline of what I want for the most part. Bringing it up. I don't see the top of the tree because I'm going with like my straight vision, like what's directly in front of me. And the bark, I'm gonna be, you know, kind of just making it, just letting it be known that it's there, so I can remember to paint it in when I get a chance. And then in the background here, that's the tree that I want to focus on as well. And I'm just, again, I'm sketching it really lightly. And there's going to be a lamp that's right on the side of my tree. And that's a little closer. So and there's a trash can right behind it. On the side, towards the back of it, there's another tree. And further back, there's another tree back there that I want in the scout in this painting. It's up to you. You can see the environment around you and kind of add or subtract from it. It's up to you on how you want to want the image to be portrayed. because it's your painting. You can do what you want with it. Because there's a tennis court back here. I might, yeah, let's add the tennis court. To give it some more character to this painting, to this sketch. And there's a pathway that kind of circles right by, and it kind of goes in to right in front of me. Thins out and then widens all the way around like that. Okay. And there's another pathway here. Kind of makes its way out of the park. There's a bench here, but I'm not going to draw the bench for now. Remember, like I said, you can add and subtract from the environment how you see fit. So that's, and there's a pathway in the back there too. Okay, so that is my quick sketch of what I want. So maybe let me darken it a little bit so you can see it. Now that it's like I used the light pencil, so I'm going to darken it a little bit more so you can see it, hopefully. And there's a tree. And there's a tree in the background. And there's a tree in the foreground here. And there's the golf course back there. So there are a lot of pine trees in here. So I'm gonna start putting my pine in these trees. Unfortunately, this booklet is not going to allow me to put the trees so big, but I'm gonna do as much as I can with it because the pine kind of comes all the way down the bark too. So I'm just kind of giving an impression again with the pine, and there are pine trees in the back, so I'm going to give the impression of the trees with a little sketching, little scribble here or there. And you can do this to let you know for yourself where everything is. Okay, and there's so many, just a lot, like just a bunch of pine here. All right, so because this is still my lunch break, you're going to be quick about it. So then I showed you this image here. Now I'm going to, even though I put it on there both light and dark, but I'm going to use my knitted eraser and I'm gonna kind of twist it and turn it a little bit. I'm kind of gonna go over it to get some of the pencil marking out of it, because once I start painting this, it's gonna, like, watercolor is a very transparent medium. So I don't want my pencil, I don't want too much of the pencil marking on there. So I'm gonna come back and start erasing some of that. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble my brush. And the water is gonna be in this little container here. Make sure it's nice and closed. Before it was dripping all over me. So I have my paint, and so I'm gonna come in, and it's really nice. I love this little thing here because we have like the little sponge that helps you clean it. Squeeze this little thing here, and the water comes out and helps you clean it. But having napkins, like nice soft tissue, this isn't as soft, like I say, like tissue paper, like bathroom tissue, is pretty good. So it's nice and clean for the most part. Make sure my stuff doesn't fall off. All right. So now I'm gonna take where do I want to start? I want to start with this tree right here. So let's see. Let's go. Probably nice green. And this helps dilute, you know. I have it here. So but I'm gonna take it over to this side here and still dilute the paint a little bit. Nice. Do a little bit here. So this is a soft medium. So I'm coming in, adding water as I squeeze this down. And some more. And a little bit more. So I have it's the first coat. But I'm also going to do another technique on my painting. It's called lifting. So I come in and I still lift the paint off. I'm going to come back in and do it again. Yeah. There. So that's my first tree. And I'm going to start the same process here. Diluting my water some more. Adding water as I squeeze down on the brush. And coming back in and doing it here. So all my trees are gonna have this base coat here, and I'm gonna lift on them as well, all of them. Okay, lifting a little bit. I'm coming back in and doing it again, and this time kind of spotting it because I wanna have the texture look effect on these trees. On the bark of them. Kind of have to figure out how bark works. I'm like, oh, okay, how bark works, all right. And kind of coming in here too with this other tree. Try to speed it up because I have to lunch break. I have to remember that. So now I'm going to use a darker green on my bark, on my trees. Watering it down some more. kind of dampening it, and then kind of a little bit. All right. This is also going to make your image more 3D too. Right. I'm gonna use brown. I always try to use as much. I love color, so it's always good to use all these different colors in nature. Look at that. That's good. I love it. So the only bad thing, which is not really a bad thing, it's just with watercolors, it's water, right? So it takes some time to get the complete image that I want. It takes some time to dry. So I would suggest, if you have time, go ahead and let it sit down and let it dry naturally. But if you don't, it's totally okay to use a blow dryer, which I'm totally going to invest in, so I can speed up the process a little bit, especially if I'm on my break. But for right now, that's what we have to do. You can blow it, or let it dry naturally, or use a blow dryer. Nothing wrong with that. So with these pines, let's focus on that a little bit. And I'm not so much diluting it in like that much anymore, because I want them to stand out. So kind of go with the image. I'm looking at these pine trees and see how I can get it down there, what it's going to look like. So down here, again, it's down here. So this is one way of doing it. I'm wetting it's wet on wet. So I'm wetting the paper first, and then I will come back and make lines like this on top of this dried section here, and we can work it like that as well. There's two ways. So this is dry brush on dry on the dry paper, but this is a wet on wet. Another different kind of techniques you can use. I'm adding more water to this. In some of these cases, you don't really need to use that much paint. So this is not diluted, so I'm gonna come back and see this is, I'm gonna work with this, but what I would want to do is have this look a little bit different. So, but the thing is, again, is to let it dry, and then it'll be a lot different. So that's the start of the painting, but I'm gonna finish it later, and I'll you guys will be able to see it, a finished product of it. But it's initially just to have fun with your environment, with your paint, and enjoy.